We seem to be in broad agreement these days that it's a good idea to understand ourselves. How we're wired, what drives us, worries us, fulfills us, and how we're all different. But when it comes to our relationships, the intimate ones, the work ones, even the casual ones, this can all get really rather complicated. Maybe there's a simpler way to understand ourselves. We think there is, and we call them core sensitivities. The good news is there are only 3. The even better news is this won't take long. Decades of research are very clear. We tend to experience relationships in predictable ways. We all have ways of feeling comfortable and uncomfortable when it comes to how we interact with others. Ways we protect ourselves from certain painful themes that keep showing up. What's surprising is that once we recognize these themes, we see how they can often run the show in our lives. So to get specific, here are the 3 sensitivities. Think about which one feels the most familiar to you. Being left alone. Being criticized or rejected. Being intruded on or controlled. Let's unpack them a bit. If it's being left alone you're sensitive to, this separation-sensitive message might make sense to you. Truth be told, I fixate a lot on keeping my close relationships super close. People I love often complain I want too much from them, but that's because I'm always expecting them to leave. Here's my problem. I spend way too much time being what others want me to be just so they won't disappear on me. I guess it's obvious. My radar is always focused on the big issue of separation. Or, if succeeding and being seen as someone special is what you're about, we think you might relate to this esteem-sensitive person. Please don't judge me here, but I need you to see me as sorta awesome. Deep down, I feel like I'm never good enough, so I'm totally vigilant about ensuring that you see my specialness. In my world, if I don't stand out, I start to feel invisible, and I really, really hate that. What's the worst thing you can do to me? Criticize me. It makes me feel rejected and ashamed, maybe even humiliated, and that is the worst. So, yeah, my primary focus is always on my sense of esteem. Or, here's safety. To be honest, I really don't like people getting too close. When they do, I feel unsafe. But that doesn't mean I don't like people. I know I actually need them. But I don't like to admit it because, well, they'll probably like hearing it and then get too close again. So I'm kind of stuck, wanting connection but not too much connection, wanting distance but not too much distance. I'm always hearing, I want more from you, but no way is that an invitation I'd ever welcome. I guess what I keep saying is that when it comes to relationships, I'm always focused on staying safe. So, if you're okay admitting you're only human, welcome to the club. Having a core sensitivity is pretty much unavoidable, and it's only really a problem if we don't realize this is what's going on. The best news we have, the science is very clear on this, that simply understanding our autopilot self-protective patterns, by becoming aware and more open, we can begin to change things. Maybe we can even begin to not take our worries so seriously. But we can't step out of these boxes until we know we're in them. There's a lot more to all this. You can learn in more detail at circleofsecurityinternational.com.